Hi, howdy, and hello. How's everybody doing tonight? My name is Mike Idle. This is Green Flags and Tight Chains. Let me introduce myself really quickly if you have not seen this show before. You're unfamiliar with who I am, unfamiliar with what's going on. Like I said, my name is Mike Idle. I am the secondary announcer, social media engagement specialist, and camera operator for the Outlaw. See if I can point the right way. The Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association. I work for Outlaw Pulling.tv. I work for the Outlaws. I work for Beer Money Pulling Team. Anything and everything I can do to engage and broadcast and bring you guys Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling insights and content. It's what I do during the summer, but it's something I'm engaged in year round. It's something that I love. And this show is called Green Flags and Tight Chains. It used to be the official social media podcast of Beer Money Pulling Team. Now it's the exclusive social media podcast of the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association. I used to run a red banner, used to run a green banner at the bottom for those green flags, but we're in with that outlaw red. So I'm not waving red. The pull's not done. We're not at the end of the track. We're just proudly supporting that outlaw red. Let's look back at this massive week of pulling that we had and break down some of the photos, some of the stories, some of the hypothetical questions. Congratulate some of the winners. It was a huge week last week. It started last Tuesday. Really started last Tuesday with Outlawed Live with Ron Stone. Thank you to those who are tuning in from watching that. Be sure to watch Outlawed Live with Ron Stone every Tuesday night, the official podcast of the Outlaws, not the social media podcast, the official podcast. And like always, thank you to Ron Stone for having me on the show and for putting up with me and giving me all the tips and help that he constantly does. That is greatly appreciated. So we started off last Tuesday night, Outlawed Live with Ron Stone, while simultaneously kicking off a pull in Albion, Iowa, Nebraska. Feels like it's Nebraska. I wasn't there. In Albion. It was a co-sanctioned pull between the Heartland Division and the National Points Division, where we saw the light limited modifieds go head-to-head, and we saw Wes Sievers grab the win and tighten the points race with Blake Ott down to within a single point of each other. But as Ron and I said on the show last week, those points races are going to change 1,000 times over in the course of a single week. I met up with all those friends, good buddies of mine, the Otts and the Sievers and everyone and the whole Outlaw team Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday night in Concord, Nebraska, the final day of the Dixon County Fair. They were wrapping up their show on a Wednesday in front of the most picturesque, beautiful, little old school 1930s baseball style little white grandstand you've ever seen. Coal black dirt, single track. It's everything that these Sac cities and, Norfolks and these Western Iowa, Eastern Nebraska, Northern Missouri, true salt of the earth heartland fairs look like. And it's everything you want. Great show there. We then rolled into Ottawa, Iowa the next day. Stayed up late, had a good time with my Outlaw Pulling TV friends on Wednesday night. We hadn't seen each other in a while, so we kind of went back to the trailer, had a few cocktails, didn't get too out of hand, but just caught up on life. That was refreshing. That was fun. Got up Thursday morning, went to Ottawa. You heard Ron and I talk about it. Massive show. Single track Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening show, huge show. The electricity at Ottawa was amazing. Really encourage you guys to go to Ottawa. Put that one on your list. That show's going to get big. We leave Ottawa at midnight, 1, 2 in the morning, get to Rock Valley at 3 a.m., and then we didn't stop. And it was freaking awesome. Checking sound at 9 o'clock in the morning on Friday, lining up interviews, meeting pullers, talking to people, gathering stories, pulling Friday night. I ran the camera, ran the starting line camera Wednesday and Thursday. I was up in the crow's nest, calling the pull in Rock Valley. What an honor that is. Less than a year ago, I'm just sitting as a fan. A year later, I'm co-announcing Thunder in the Valley. It's a dream come true. I don't ever take it for granted. So we're announcing up there. Great show Friday night. Roll right back in. Show Saturday afternoon. Send my trailer out to David City. Great show in David City. Finale in Rock Valley Saturday night. All done by 10:30. When you can run 122 hooks in 4.5 hours, you're a doggone professional. So that's my monologue on it. Want to hit a few other things. Rock Valley, we were praying for you. We believed in you. Now we say Rock Valley, well done. Well done. You are You are Valley Strong. You did pull for the hope of your community. You will build back. I saw that firsthand. You guys are an inspiring community. My thoughts and prayers go out to the victim of the Rock Valley community. And my thoughts and prayers go out to Dave Bennett and the entire Bennett family. I've not had a chance to meet Dave Bennett yet myself, but he certainly inspired me in the world of announcing. Can't even imagine what you guys are going through. I hope to meet you someday, Dave and your entire family. My message to you is you're one of the greatest of all time. Like I said, you inspired me. Get better soon. You know, it's going to be a tough road ahead for that family. But if there's one thing I've seen, it's that the Outlaws know how to get through things. So we're thinking about you, Dave. Hang in there. So let's look at the Facebook page and see if we can put some faces and pictures and words with some of these stories. Share my screen really quick with you guys. And we'll come right over here and we'll sift through it. Might be a long show tonight, might be a short show. I can hear my son downstairs. He's crying. I think he's in trouble. Kind of curious to see what that's all about, but hey, mama can handle it. So yeah, look at this right here. Big change on the Facebook page. I made the cover photo. Look at that. Now, do I have the ability to do that? Like, yeah, I do. But I didn't do this. I did not put myself as a cover photo. I don't know if I'm that terribly vain. One of our other members did this. But this is a lot of fun. This backdrop that they had in Rock Valley is one of the most unique backdrop and interview backdrops that there are. This is the winner's circle down here. We were doing countdown to pull time with Full Pull Live. Sitting next to Ron Stone, got Skylar Leeper sitting in the middle. Just life is absolutely excellent right here. Interviewing him, talking about everything that's going on. He's going to steal my job. He's a well-spoken dude. So yeah, that's a lot of fun right there. Scrolling down a little bit. Let's see if we can find some pictures. Let's just jump over to the pictures because there's a story I've got to tell you guys. If you didn't hear it on Let's Grow Pulling, I definitely have to show you some photos. And I got to tell you a story about a friend of mine named Ray. So as you can see here, we've got a couple of things. Here's that hero card I was talking about for Dustin Van Beek. Dustin, I am so terribly sorry, dude. And I mean this because you are a way super nice guy and you had an awesome weekend. I did not get your credentials posted in time last week. So this entire week is yours, buddy. I'm going to make sure that that stays going on there. Yeah, I got some comments out there. Cody Skluzacek. Congratulations on the win with your guys' new truck. Keep up the great work. Come outlaw pulling with us sometime. Thank you for watching Green Flags and Tight Chains. It's good to see you on here. They were former winners of our Fans of the Week. I don't do Fans of the Week anymore because someone thought I was a spammer and it locked up my Facebook account for an entire week. But the Skluzacek boys have been faithful followers since then. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what you got going on this awesome Tuesday night. So Dustin Van Beek, the week is all yours, my man. I try to post results, so if you'll look at some of these, I just screenshot the app and I make sure I make a post to congratulate each of our winners the day after the pull, each and every time. Here's some of those opening ceremonies that Ron was talking about. This was really, really cool. They invited all the veterans to come out and carry this massive flag. It's kind of like being at the Super Bowl. It was the size of the entire track. They played a video tribute. They showed they were Valley Strong. They brought out a complete color guard. The national anthem was sang wonderfully by National Farm Machinery Show singer himself and voice of the Outlaws, Ron Stone, for all three sessions. Side note, I believe we were in Ottawa. It was Ottawa or Concord, and they played the national anthem live on a trumpet, and it was freaking killer. Like, do that again. Whoever thought of that? That was awesome. Do that again. And without getting myself canceled here, did you watch Home Run Derby last night? Our national anthem sounded pretty good this week. I'm going to leave it like that. If you know, you know. Cody says, thank you. Hopefully we get to an outlaw pull soon. That's what I'm talking about. This big time trucks, man. Big time trucks. We didn't have the numbers as big as they've been before, but it is what it is. People are still looking for parts even after COVID. BG Pool Party, can't get enough of Mikey Live. You're like one of 9 people out there, dude, because it's just a screeching tin can of a voice and it never stops. I don't have that big, sexy, smooth voice like Ronald Stone does. I just ramble, dude, but you're a loyal supporter and I think you're awesome. So let's keep checking some of these out. Track was incredible. Ton of fun up there. Some awesome pictures that we got, and I'll try to tell you where each of these are from. So this is Banana Max in Concord, the awesome 3.0 truck. Don't remember. Honestly, don't remember. If you can recognize this tractor, that should be a trivia question. Can you tell me the name of this tractor and where it was taken? These are my grill shots. I did a post the other day called Hot Summer Days Are for Grilling, and which one of these machines would you take cooking? So I tried to get your favorite grill shots in here. So there's some fun ones through here. Good old looking square body. This was at Concord as well. That's at Pro Stock 4x4 truck class. Good looking Farmall there. Jason Wayman in Megatron. If you haven't seen this truck in person, you want to talk about an iconic grill. This grill lights up, literally says this is a mega cab Dodge. Calls it Megatron. Jason Wayman, buddy of mine from Novinger, Missouri, used to kick my ass in basketball when we were in high school. But no, it lights up, says Megatron. Super cool. Super cool. Toby Vanderpool and the chain stretcher. Thank you for the t-shirt, by the way. I'll be wearing that soon. And then this one, Jason Schultz is always telling me, he's like, hey, get low, do low angles, point to this and that, artsy-fartsy pictures. This was my magnum opus of the weekend. This was my artsy-fartsy picture. I was like laying on the ground, getting the picture of Brent Roberts' dad's semi. That is kind of a mean-looking shot right there. Still not to my buddy Ray. We're going to get to Ray. Let's get to some of these comments over here. A bunch of them rolling in tonight. Good crowd watching tonight. Heart of Pull season. Let's go. I'm feeling it. I'm fired up. My enthusiasm was over the top. They told me I sounded like one of those European announcers at the show on Saturday night. Austin Fluid. 2 moments that got me: when the fire chief got choked up and when the Outlaw family came out. Yes, Austin, absolutely. That was the one where I took my hat off and I kind of put it on my chest a little bit. And I said, these are my people. And I'm so happy to be a part of these people. They brought the entire registered group of pullers and their family out on the track. That was the Outlaw family. Good job, Rock Valley. Good job. BG Pull Party. Voice is like a 10 years old Jack Daniels. Are you saying like after you've drank the entire bottle of Jack Daniels and you're like, oh man, my boy? I'm going to take it as a compliment. Let's drink some Jack together. Let's meet up. I'll take a shot of Jack with you. That sounds fun. Cody says, I do want to say big congratulations to Matt Bartz, his never satisfied two-wheel drive truck. Yes, that's a fun one worth mentioning. With his Saturday win, he competes with us up in Minnesota a lot. In that Rock Valley area, we're right up there near Minnesota, and it starts feeling like southern Minnesota definitely kind of falls into that outlaw country. And yeah, big win for him. He had mentioned that he didn't like the way he finished last year. He said he had embarrassed himself and he was out to redeem himself, and he did that exactly. When you knock off the Outlaw two-wheelers, which are perennial powerhouses at the National Farm Machinery Show, you're really onto something good. So that was a dark horse victory, but a very well-balanced run on a night when a lot of people missed the mark a little bit. Got to see Cole this weekend too. Cole ran a camera with us one of the nights and then did his thing. I tell Cole every time I see him, he's one of the most intelligent, well-spoken pulling fans out there. Cole, your thoughts and your takes on pulling are always spot on. He said, just had a scare organizing my photos from Saturday at noon. Accidentally deleted the folder that I'd put them in. Thankfully got them all recovered and sorted. Crisis avoided. I would panic. I would panic. Your work's you do way too good of work to go losing that. Jim Harmon, good to see you. Jim, I get all your messages. Just seems to me when you message me, I'm usually at a pull. So I'm not ignoring you. I will give you a holler sometime. So Jim, a big supporter. BG, 28 days till party time. Yeah, that number's coming up quick. Dale, very nice to have met you this weekend. Dale, I spent a lot of time listening to your work from outlawpulling.tv last year. You're an absolute professional, and I took away a lot from it. So those are very kind words. I really appreciate that support. It says that I did well this weekend. Dale is an announcer for the Outlaws. Dale has been an announcer. Dale's a professional announcer, been doing it for better part of 30 years, also calls baseball games. He was working in David City. He called a lot of the pulls last year. Go listen to his work on outlawpulling.tv. He's absolutely excellent. He's an educator like myself. I like his jokes too. He's got good jokes. BG Party Man. I know you'll be at Wisner, not BG, but the weekend before is Napoleon. So if you go to that, I'll buy some Jack for you to drink. That's just so far away out there. I'm sure, dude, if it's summertime, I'm going to be doing something with the Outlaws. We'll meet in the middle sometime. Pullers Championship. That's what we need to do. So let's get back to what's going on the media page here. I think this truck is called the Instigator or the Intimidator, something to that effect. Then as you can see through here, we did a Battle of the Brands. I posted up Battle of the Brands on, this would have been after, oh no, this was not my work. I'll get to my Battle of the Brands in a little bit. We're still in Rock Valley right here. Mark Robertson, Spanky's Toy. Love this tractor. Maserati blue. Look at that sunset. Who took this picture? You are much better at social media engagement than I am. Look at that Outlaw on the, down here on the skids. Look at that. Gotta love the detail. Well done. Awesome Ford New Holland that represented us at the Farm Machinery Show last year as well. Cody, you were talking about your buddy from Minnesota. There he is right there. Your Saturday night winner of the two-wheel drive division. Beautiful sunset back there with some mean looking graphics on the side. And his new stickers that he would have had to have applied to pull with us. So well done. Way to be compliant. Fans had the Pulling for Hope shirts. You could buy Pulling for Hope, Valley Strong. These t-shirts, 100% of the proceeds went back to the Rock Valley flood relief effort. Chris Ashelman, we talked about on our last show from Wisconsin. He was another guest puller we had this weekend, digging for a living, mean running limited pro stock 4-1. And here is Ray. Let's talk about Ray. Ray, are you out there watching tonight? I hope you're watching. Cole says he panicked big time. Weekend exhaustion must be catching up with me. Yeah, I feel like I could have been a bear. I could have hibernated. Austin Flew. It was the first time you and Ron did a show together. Fans in my section were complimenting the way you guys flowed at Rock Valley. Great job on not stepping on top of each other, etc. Good question. I will answer that. I have stepped on Ron's toes many times. So the story on Ron and I, first of all, thank you very much for the compliment. It's easy. It is easy for a twangy knucklehead like me to sound good when you're working with talent as good as Ron Stone. And I mean that. When you're working with someone very good, it's easy for the next guy to look good. First time Ron and I called a pull was the second time I ever announced was at Wisner, Nebraska. So I kind of got baptized in fire. And I was a rookie. I'm still a rookie, but man, Well, we went to Nebraska. I went to Wisner. I worked with Ron, and I was so eager and so anxious and had so much I wanted to put out there that any moment I could get a word in, I was getting a word in. Ron, being the professional he is, never got frustrated with me. Then we've spent a lot of time getting to know each other on Outlawed Live. We do a lot of work together behind the scenes with Kurt Van Beek, with Jason Schultz. We're just kind of on that production side of things. So I would consider Ron Stone actually be a very, very good friend of mine. And we were fortunate enough to have a lot of time together to build that relationship in the off season. And he's very, very, very willing to work with me. He's very teaching. And during this week, he actually told me several times, we kind of had some meetings leading up to Rock Valley, and he kind of told me, he said, hey, let's really look at situational awareness. Let's look at, when we interact, and just kind of giving me that pat on the back that says you don't need to have to try to prove yourself. He's an easy guy to work with. So thank you. We appreciate that. And yeah, it's a ton of fun. A lot of that is very natural. We are pals off the track. But no, that was actually, we've known each other for about a year now, but that was our second. No, I guess we did do Ravenna together. We did Ravenna together at the beginning of this year as well. So this will be our third weekend working together, but we work together behind the scenes quite a bit as well. But Austin, thank you. That's a wonderful compliment. Get a couple of these and then I'll get back to Ray, I promise. Cody Skluzacek. I did get the memory on July 12th, I think 4 years ago, making my first ever pass mod 4x4 class in Rock Valley. How'd you do? I'm sure I've asked you that before, but how'd you do? Let me tell you about Ray. This is a crazy story. This is a fun story. If you heard the story on Let's Grow Pulling last night, I apologize. I'm going to tell it again. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. So, announcer booth Saturday afternoon. After, I lost him. Put him back up there. Announcer's booth Saturday afternoon. Long week. Wore out. Feeling pretty good, actually. Any nervous jitters are just gone by this point. Like, whatever, we're calling Rock Valley. We're feeling good about things. We've got the first one out of the way. I went down to the Coltrane booth, Ice Cold Coltrane, official sponsor, official energy drink of the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling. I went down to the Coltrane booth, got an Ice Cold Coltrane, give me that 16 ounces of go-go juice to keep me rocking and rolling. Walking back to the announcer's booth, and I walked past the beer tent. Mike Idle has a hard time walking past a beer tent and not buying beer. I can't drink beer in the announcer's booth. Honestly, I would never do that. I would never drink beer. You want to have a beer with me to pull? You want to take a shot of Jack? Jack sounds gross, but whatever. You want to take a shot of Jack with me? I'll do it with you. I will have a beer with you at a pull, but never in a million years. You couldn't pay me to even consider. I know some announcers back in the days. Anywho, walking past it, I don't walk past, a beer booth and not buy beer. So I walk over there. I pull out the old wallet and I say, hey, first crew that rolls through here and wants a 6-pack of beer, it's on the announcer. Just, fun thing to do, kind of neat. Didn't think anything of it. Pulled out my $25. I said, just put it back there. Tell them it's courtesy of Mike on the mic, courtesy of the announcer's booth. Hope they have a great time. Let's have an awesome show. Go up to the crow's nest. I'm hanging out up there. And then this gentleman walks up. Okay, I don't know him from Adam. And I'm going to do my impression as best I can because it caught me highly off guard. He comes up, he says, hey, are you Mike? I look around. Yeah, that's me, buddy. Oh, thanks for the beer, mate. Me and the bubs are going to have a great time. Thanks, mate, for the beer. Just had to tell you that we really appreciate that. And I'm hearing this accent. I'm like, where are you from? Like, whoa. And he says, oh, me and the mates are from South Africa. Never been to one of these pools before. We're going to have a great time. And I was like, you're from South Africa? Dude, come here. We're taking a selfie. What's your name? Oh, it's Ray. Ray, you're the man. This is awesome. So put it on Facebook. I'm going to guess that Ray was the farthest one away to come to that. So this is Ray. Ray's from South Africa. Ray drank a 6-pack of Busch Light with his mates at about 11:45 in the morning. And good for them. Good for them. They had an awesome time. Yeah, Dave Nelson, the vice president of the Outlaws, says Ray loved his first ever tractor pull. That's awesome. Ray's a nice guy. Ray's a cool guy. Cody says I got 11th out of 21. First time ever hooking a truck at Rock Valley. Had a huge show. Very well done, my pal. What else do we have going on here? That's Ray. These are some kids having a great time. First time meeting the Holman brothers was at an outlaw pull. I felt like that was very, very fitting, very humbling to be able to interview them. You can see me just really trying to experiment and get some artsy-fartsy shots. Taylor Van Beek debuted his brand new 5.0 Pro Stock in his hometown. His air intake, his airflow system looks like a doggone trombone. I need to sit with him sometime and have him explain that to me, how all that works. Yeah, we might just do a picture show tonight. We might not get to any of my hypotheticals and comments. You can see I'm trying to branch out and get some artsy stuff. Get it right in there in the truck. Get up here. I was going to do a caption like, oh, we're waiting around to go pulling. Get the helmet up there. That's Taylor's tractor too. Beautiful pits at Rock Valley. Tons of great pictures. More awesome stuff. More action shots. Tons of people contribute to this. You can tell these are actual professional photographs. Here's the Rails truck that Ron and I were talking about, Boot Hill Express. Not fiberglass. This is not a fiberglass body. That is an actual metal body. Whatever it is. It's not a Ford. It's not a Ford Model T. It's like a 30-something Chevy. Way too cool for school. But yeah, tell me where you're watching from. Tell me what's on your mind. Tell me what you want to talk about pulling. Tell me what the best part about being an outlaw is. Tell me where you went this weekend and tell me where you're going this upcoming weekend. All fuzzed up. Super duper nice guy. We've hung out a handful of times. Beautiful tractor. It's for sale. Go make a bid on the all fuzzed up, mean looking graphic on the end of Keith Hammond's bipolar truck. All they do is win. And then we had a battle of the brands. Let's do a battle of the brands. I did a battle of the brands in Concord. So this is where we kick things off. So comment right now. I'm going to run them through. You tell me which one you would drive. The Case IH Puma. Look at that. That's mean looking. Where are my Rowdy Red fans at tonight? That one's on alcohol, by the way. How's about an Agco? Any orange fans out there this evening? Alice Chalmers, Agco Alice, Deutz Alice, Agco White. Man, that gets kind of hairy. You try to go tracking that Agco lineage. I guess Massey Ferguson now would be where that ended up. So any orange fans out there? She said no. I think this is either a 3200 Superfield or a Super Farm. I don't remember, and I could be wrong on that too. What about True Case? AgriKing Case. Any true Case fans out there? You Case fans are like Minneapolis Moline fans, Alice Chalmers fans. You're crazy loyal to your own brand. This tractor is jaw-droppingly gorgeous when you get up to it. This one I know is a Superfield, and it is beautiful. Cockshut. Back in that WFE stable. Any Cockshut fans out there? You know this thing was on alcohol. This was a light limited super stock running in the light super stock ag. A lot of my friends think those are the same classes. They are definitely not. Light super stock ag and alcohol is not the same as a light limited super stock that you see in other state level associations. Our light super ags have quite a bit more goodies, which is why I'm highlighting this, because this light limited super pulled in the light super ag did very well. It's Cockshut, so you know he converted that thing to alcohol. Reminds me of Ivan Carroll, E.W. Carroll, Levy Leaper, and Salt River Savage. Some mean Cockshuts from back in the day. They pull with us from time to time. Good old-fashioned John Deere fans. I watched a long video on YouTube about the history and the future of John Deere last night. Do you know they're a tech company? That's what they claim to be anyway. And how about just Farmall with the McCormick on the side? You know I had Case IH over there, but what about like Farmall? Any old school red fans out there? So we did a battle of the brands. Like I said, this might be a picture show tonight instead of a hypothetical show. David Morris, all he does is wheel stand this truck and never gets off the throttle. He had a wheelie that was about twice that high Saturday night in Rock Valley. It was legitimately the biggest wheelie I've ever seen in the modern era of pulling. I'll stay with you guys for just a little bit longer here. We'll go out here and hit some of the comments. Like I said, I just want to continue to give my support to the community of Rock Valley, continue to give my support to Dave Bennett and his family. We're thinking about everyone. None of the battles are won yet, but we know that, or the war isn't won yet, but we're winning the battles. I'll put it that way. Pawnee City, come and join us there. Wayne, Nebraska, going to be coming up the weekend after this one. Friday, a week from Friday, we'll be in Wayne. Big shout out to Kevin Davis, Mr. Wayne himself. And then here's some Montgomery County Fair and the Show Me Shootout. Be sure that you go and attend those or live stream those as well this Friday and Saturday. This decision was just made today. Lots of action. Outlaw Pulling TV starting on Thursday in Bloomfield. We are going to live stream Bloomfield, Iowa. I always want to say Bloomfield, Missouri. It's right on the Iowa-Missouri line. It's my closest pull to home. We're not pulling in Macon this year. Macon would have been my closest pull to home. That's essentially my hometown. So Bloomfield to be my next closest. So I'm excited to be running the camera at Bloomfield. Case IH, title sponsor of the Outlaws. Bert Secretary, happy birthday, Bert. David City results. Well done. Yes, Taryn Beck. I'm going to go ahead and like this comment live. Absolutely. Taryn, I haven't met you yet. I took a lot of pictures of your vehicle this weekend. Taryn, I think you're a rock star on that thing. And feel very bad for the hard luck that you guys ran into this weekend. Hopefully everything gets fixed soon. I know it's going to be a tough road back, but I love seeing this, the support amongst class members. And yeah, Tyler Spatansky, need to meet you too as well, but you're the man. Congratulations on a big win. Full Pull and Outlaw Pulling TV donating $25,000 back to the Rock Valley community. Brian Furr. Brian, thinking about Dave and his family. Hopefully we get some iron in Lee. Hopefully we get some iron in Lee for sure. For sure. You guys had a little bit of bad luck. Hopefully that you're going to be back together. Met some of your teammates, some of your crewmates this week. Had a great talk about injectors. Had a great talk about everything you have to do to get those single engine blower motors running. I'm a big fan of spark plugs. Big fan of blower motors. Diesels, you know, Jason Schultz, he's my boss. He's a diesel guy, but I like anything with spark plugs in it. But guys, that's half an hour. It's a huge week of pulling, tons of awesome pictures on there. I'm going to do everything I can to continue to get better about social media content. Check out TikTok. I made what I thought was kind of a fun TikTok today with Miles jumps in his vehicle. Check out YouTube. We've got YouTube Shorts out there. Check out the Reels, the stories, the posts. We're generating content to highlight these pullers. Love being a part of the Outlaw family. Love doing this. Bloomfield, Lee, Montgomery City, Warrensburg, Pawnee City. This week, next week, can't speak for Ron, but next week my schedule will look like Mercer, Missouri, Sac City, Missouri, Wayne, Nebraska with Ron. I'll be there with him with that one. And the Lamar's, maybe I'd have to check my schedule. A lot of pulling, green flags and tight chains. Pulling is fun. Thank you folks for watching. Have an awesome rest of your Tuesday evening.